stepped out of their comfort zone and have seen that the gospel and the kingdom of God has far greater implications than just being here in Troy, and that they've gone out all over the world. And when we do that, it's amazing what God does in your heart, because you end up depending on Him and asking Him so many questions that when you come back, you're a changed person. I mean,
awesome.
People see it, you know, and you've probably seen it in some of the friends that you have around here.
It's amazing. We got some guests that are going to come up, so I'm going to ask you guys to come on up. And as we do, I wanted to read something to you that I just kind of came across again this last week. And it's a reminder to me that God's mission, that God's kingdom is bigger than the church. It's bigger than any one event. It's bigger than any one ministry. It says this: the church gets in trouble whenever it thinks it's in the church business rather than the kingdom business. Kingdom people seek first the kingdom of God and its justice. Church people often put church work above concerns of justice, mercy, and truth. Church people think about how to get people into the church. Kingdom people think about how to get the church into the world. Church people worry that the world might change the church. Kingdom people work to see the church change the world. If the church has one great need, it is this: it is to be set free for the kingdom of God. And that's what I love about our short-term trips, is they're helping us understand that what God is doing is bigger than these four walls, bigger than what happens on all 5 of our campuses, soon to be 6, because God cannot be contained. So we want to talk a little bit about his movement, and Adam's going to help introduce you to some of our friends.
Great. So we'll start here with Sal. Sal and I were able to go to India together, and that was a pretty amazing experience that we could tell you about later. But Sal's a dentist here locally, and you've gone on how many trips now to India?
9 trips over the last 7 years.
That is amazing. And how did you start to get involved? What was the catalyst that brought you to go on your first trip?
Well, back then, basically, I was going through kind of a challenge in my journey that involved things that I felt I was on a path where I was very, very successful as a dentist. So, the money was good, the cars were good, the house was great, but it didn't really fill a deep need at that point for me. And I, at that time, was leading a men's group, a small group, and a medical student went on a short-term mission trip to India, and he came back very, very excited about some of the amazing things that he saw in terms of just small things medically that made a huge difference in a third world country, and that sparked an interest in me. Obviously, I started praying about it, praying the dangerous prayer, and I asked Craig Mays at that time if dentists were needed on short-term mission trips. Can a dentist be used? He goes, by all means. I mean, people walk with infected teeth all the time in third world countries, and in that kind of environment, it's for us to pull an infected tooth is like a tragedy here, but in a third world country, it sometimes is a matter of life and death, or even not working for days. So it's a huge service for something that's relatively simple for us to do.
How has your experience there changed the way you view what you do here, Sal?
Well, it's huge. The transition, the things that are materialistic are becoming less significant for me. I'm realizing that there's certain gifts that can only be developed over a period of time, and especially in situations where you're directly involved in caring for people that are just extremely poor, that are very desperate. You see very simple acts of kindness open up windows that normally would never be opened, and obviously it changes you. I have just an awesome feeling of privilege and admiration for what the people go through there, and how I can help in a little way.
And over the years, you've gone from being just a participant to somebody who's actually part of the leadership at CEM. Could you talk a little bit about Jaya and his work there and how Kensington's involved with it?
Sure. obviously by going to one particular location over a period of time, I've fallen in love with those people in India, and Jai has become a dear brother to me. I'm involved statewide as a part of a board that is involved in overseeing support for Jai's work in India. So part of the responsibilities is to see what he needs in terms of support financially, but also in terms of getting people involved in a direct relationship with the work there. And that part has been really tremendous in the last couple of years, where I've been involved with the development of the hospital project there, and soon we'll have a 70-bed hospital that will have an amazing, incredible impact on people that normally here we would think, well, what's the big deal with treating a simple infection or just something that someone's dealing with in terms of a cough or a virus. But in a third world situation, it's just huge.
It's amazing. You said 80% of the people in India don't have viable health care?
Right. 80% of the people have absolutely no access to any kind of medical care. And what that means is basically if they're sick, they have to deal with it. And we have the capability of very simple things like, in my case as a dentist, pulling an infected tooth could be huge. Physicians can treat things like malaria and typhoid very, very easily with medication. Nurses can be very, very helpful in treating simple infections. So it just opens up a window of opportunity, and for them, it's huge. It's like giving them a cup of water when they're just haven't had water for days.
Sure. Just one more quick question. When we were talking upstairs, you said that this kind of whole journey has given you a new perspective of kind of what you were created for. Could you talk about that just a little bit?
Sure. My wife and I have not had children for various reasons. Part of it is because she was diagnosed with MS about 20 years ago. And I've always felt that there was something there for me to be part of being a father to children that didn't have parents or a father and mother. So in the last couple of years, I've really developed a relationship with the children there in the orphanage, and I truly feel like God has called me to be kind of a father to them. And it's an amazing, it's an incredible privilege to be in a relationship with such a kind, courageous people. I'm very honored.
Thank you so much for what you do, man.